A good day to you, there, listener. Welcome to the program Then and Now on Pensioners FM 106.7. This is a program that takes you through the journey from the past to the present. And today, as always, we always have a quote for the day. And our quote for the day is by Isaac Hansen. And he said, "Death is always a reality, and life is incredibly short." And today we're going to be paying a tribute to a musical icon, the late Dr. Victor Olaya. And I know we have lots of his fans out there because he touched a love life and he inspired so many so many people and also impacted a great deal in the music industry. That is why our Facebook page is now open and we are live. So you can watch this program live right now and also, make your comments and, just share your thoughts about him on our Facebook page and we'll read them out live. And also, we'll open the phone lines towards the tail end of the program for you to call in to also give your contributions and pay your homage or tribute to the late musical icon. So, Victor Abimbola Olaya, popularly known as Dr. Victor Olaya, was born in December 31st, 1930, a native of Ekiti State. He, at an early age, learned how to play the bombardon and French horn. In 1951, he was accepted to Howard University in the United States to study engineering, but he pursued a musical career instead. So Victor Olaya eventually formed his own band called the Cookats in 1954, where he played after playing for several bands, and he decided to form his own band in 1954. His band was chosen to play at the State Ball when Queen Elizabeth II, visited Nigeria in 1956. He later renamed his band the All Stars Band when they played in the 1963 International Jazz Festival in Prague. His music was legendary as he sang about women, he sang about love, he sang about workers and life in general. He was extremely popular in the 50s and 60s. Olaya could sing in different languages, which made him legendary, of course. And these languages were both in English, Yoruba, Igbo, Ibibio, Efik, and he died, to our well, it's really sad, but he died on the 12th of February 2020 at the Lagos University Teaching Hospital at the age of 89. And he was survived by many wives, children, and grandchildren. want me to talk about this musical icon that we recently lost is no other person but our very own Nigerian gospel artist, a trumpeter, and also a music producer, and is the person of Goke Bajoa. Okay, you're welcome to the program, sir.
Yes, I'm pleased to be here. Thank you very much.
Oh, yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah.
And he also is a renowned musician that has touched so many lives too with his musical talent. And most of his songs are popularly known in the Southwest. So I'm so pleased to have him, and also have someone here. Yes, I also have someone here too. So, and that is a person of Ademola Aremu. And he said his popular name is Papa Demi. Yes, he's a broadcaster, a songwriter, a filmmaker, and he was also a lecturer of communication and performing arts at Bowen University. So you're welcome to the program, sir.
Good afternoon. It's a great pleasure to be here too.
Yes. So today we are going to pay a tribute to the musical icon, the great legend, Victor Olaiya.
Ìgbà òṣùpá ń rèébi àti wọ̀, a ò tètè mọ̀, ojúmọ́ fẹ́ mọ́, ojúmọ́ ire mọ́ mi lónìí, mo wá ṣèbà àkọ́dá ayé o. Òjò ìtura rọ̀ sílẹ̀ rẹpẹtẹ, ilẹ̀ tó mọ́, ojúmọ́ ire ni, mo ti bẹ́ẹ̀ lẹ́dá mi ṣàgbérò, mo ti bẹ́ẹ̀ lẹ́dùnmáre sọ̀rọ̀. Ti sọ tó ń gbé mi lọ́kàn, mo ti wí fún bí mo ṣe ń fẹ́. Ọ̀rọ̀ mo bẹ́ẹ̀ dá mi sọ, kò sẹ́ni lè yí padà láíláí. Ọ̀rọ̀ mo bọ́ọ̀lù sọ, àṣẹ ti kú, ẹlẹ́dà kò lè gbàgbé o, ẹlẹ́dà kò lè gbàgbé o.
Yes, we was still paying tribute to the late musical icon, person of late Dr. Victor Olaiya. And now with my distinguished guest in the house, I'm so excited today because I have celebrities in my presence, of course. So let's go to my first guest because he's also a trumpeter too, just like the late Victor Olaiya. And so how will you describe Victor Olaiya's music?
Wow. Baba Victor Olaiya, the truth is we have lost somebody very, very, very significant within the circle of music in this country. He's a legendary, somebody. This is somebody you can call a legend, This is somebody you can call a role model. Somebody that has impacted lives, His music is, you have listened to many of his songs.
Yes, I have.
You know that those songs, they keep on coming back like you've never
They
heard
are
them
timeless.
before.
They are timeless. And people keep
Those are the songs you call evergreen. You see, I cannot even count the number of remixes of this very song,
yes,
that I've had. Those songs keep coming back like you're just hearing them
for the first time.
So when you see people like that, they're undescribable. The value they carry, the impact on lives, in politics, some of the songs that they have done, to
Yes.
impact our lives economically, politically, as a nation, personally. Are you talking about morals? All
Yes.
those things are there.
He played in the state ball when we had our independence.
That's what I'm
that's
saying.
that's the mark for something.
That's
that
what I'm saying.
signifies something.
It signifies something. So these guys are all rounders. It carries a message that cuts across every ramification. That is the kind of person we are talking about here. So how do you quantify that? What value do you place on a person like that? How do you measure it? It's just the loss is just indescribable.
It was a great loss that we had in this country. So Papa Demi, I know you're smiling, and you're also a songwriter. So let's see what you have to say about Victor Olaya's music.
Well, about Victor Olaya, Victor Olaya Baba happens to be a total artist. And when I say a total artist, in theater, that's what we call total theater. And when you are talking about total theater, you are talking about music, you are talking about sound, you are talking about dance, you are talking about facial expression. I've seen this Baba either on TV or live playing. And one thing you will notice about Baba is when Baba sang in those days, before he died, Baba will use the total part of his body to perform. He's a total performer. And Baba had his logo then, the white handkerchief. Baba will always be with the handkerchief.
What does that signify?
That signifies purity.
Oh.
That I'm giving you a pure kind of music. Undiluted kind of music. Not just this computerized kind of music that we are having here now. And Baba is an influential. You can talk about great musicians like Tony Allen, talk about Femi Kuti. They all passed through this Baba. And you can see until today, the new generation, the likes of Two-Face, they all have to do a duet with Baba.
Yes, he
And you can
inspired
say
him a
that
lot.
Baba cut across all the generations. And that is the kind of a man that we just lost, and it's a pity.
It's so sad. I mean, of course, when I was younger, when I wasn't born, his music was raining. But I grew up, I still listened to the song, and I still enjoyed it, and it was fun. But let's move on to say the effect of this kind of music in society today. What do you think are the effects of this kind of music? With what we have in society.
Well, as a trumpeter, Baba really influenced a lot of persons. And I will set an example. There's this powerful trumpeter now. Also, I know by your Gokesh, you know the person. Biodun Benjamin Adebiyi. Yeah. Is the president of Nigeria's Guild of Trumpeters. And he said, and I want to quote, he said Dr. Victor Abimbola Lawyer instituted a style that had never been here of in the history of trumpet playing globally. He went further, he said, it was and forever will remain the combination of Louis Armstrong, Clifford Brown, and so many others. And when you look at Armstrong, Clifford Brown, they had their own kind of style of music. And what Biola Adebiyi is trying to say is that Baba, Victor Olaya combined all these styles together and formed his own identity.
Oh, wow.
So it's like a river that you can take your own style. I don't know whether Goke has taken his own style from Baba.
Yeah, I want to ask him that. I want to ask him because he also plays the trumpet and his music is wonderful. Like, I know people that listen to his music that are not Yoruba.
Yeah.
They love the song. Like me, that sometimes we don't need to understand what he's saying, but we enjoy the song. And also with the beats and the trumpet, it's just beautiful. So,
just like theater, just like drama.
yeah. So, what effects of Victor Olaya's music, type of music, do you think have on the society today, on the musical society, or the creative industry?
You see, let me use myself as a very good example. Because when you talk about society, you're talking about the constituents of society and the personalities that come into society, of which I am one. So I believe the way that's affected me, there are several other people that are affected too.
Definitely, that's why we want him.
Baba is an embodiment of originality, creativity. You understand? When you talk about creativity and true originality, it is not as if you are bringing something that has never been heard before, but you bring something from different extremes.
Merge it together,
and then you form something entirely new that can stand on its own without anybody being able to relate it back to whichever one of, unless you are told. That is what Baba is. Now, in terms of originality, Baba, if you listen to some of his songs, you will see that the concepts upon which his songs are composed, they are things that when you listen to them, they affect lives directly. They address situations, and then he's able to combine this with musical, melody lines in a way that they sync together. You understand? There is no way a message will pass in that way that it will not sync. Some things you've been hearing before every day, they've been telling you. By the time he's being rapped in the music, and this is what I'm talking about, it sounds as if you've not heard it before.
It sounds new.
It gives you a different meaning. Like it's never been preached to me this way before. That's the kind of person he is. And if you listen to some of my trumpet phrases, the way I play my trumpet, you will pick some of Baba's lines. Actually, Baba happens to be one of my greatest inspirers. I picked a lot from him. The way he phrases his trumpet, his solos, and then when he lays down the background, brass, the horns arrangement, and then he plays his solo on top. When you listen to my typical highlight songs, you will see all those things there. So I've been influenced that way properly, and I believe so many others too, like me, have been influenced. Those things can never be forgotten, they will never die.
Perhaps I should add that Baba is a comedian in music. If you listen to some of his lyrics, Baba plays a lot.
Okay, they are quite funny.
Very playful.
Look at this song, Kosovo de Enyara, Obirin Kigbe, Okunrin Kigbe, Kalukudu. Now Baba now added, Mo bere eti ti won o jise fun ẹyin, irọ́ ló ń pa o. It's a kind of comedy that Baba used to play around his music.
Okay, let's move on to the style of his music. Like, before he even starts singing, he gives a long performance of his, instruments,
Yes.
which we cannot find now.
Well,
Not really. That some people perform.
Some people still do.
Yes, like the likes of Fela, they perform. They have a talent.
Yeah.
Apart from singing, they have they have to learn an instrument, other than singing. So how can you see the future of the Nigerian music industry? First of all, let's start from that.
The future.
Yes, because of the fact that likes of Victor Laya, are no more again.
Let me quickly answer this. You see, music evolves, and if you look at it very well, you see that music has been evolving over the years. Now, it's been on a downward trend, really, if you compare the quality of the music that these Babas used to play. If you compare with what we are doing today, everybody's looking for shortcuts today. Even people who are not naturally musicians, they bring themselves onto the platforms, simply because they have, shortcuts. They have easy access to things, that they need to make music. People who don't even know too much about music, who don't even know that the minds of our youths, the music audience in Nigeria, they are gradually becoming so empty, that they can't comprehend the real things. You understand? But these days now, it's going back the other way. You understand?
Yeah.
People who are appreciating are beginning to come around now. Whereby you want to perform on some stages now, they don't allow you to just come and play CDs. They want you to do it live, just like the way those people have been doing it. Why can't you do that? You understand?
They lip sync and
Yes, by the time much demand in that line begins to come,
people will be forced
they will be
to
forced to. So
actually
people who are not supposed to be
to
in
put a
that
lot of
line,
talent. Yes, they are going
they will
to.
fizzle out gradually, and then you will find out that the real musicians, the real art people, the real creative people, the real people who are giving the expressions the way it should be, are the ones that will remain. It's a matter of time. It's getting there gradually.
Thank you very much. Let me direct the question to Papa Demi.
According to this another Papa, a very powerful and popular music critic, I'm talking about Baba Benson JULIET. He said something about this new generation of so-called musicians. He called them entertainers, that they are not musicians. Ironically, do you know Burna Boy happens to be the grandson of Benson JULIET? Yeah, because he said he called Burna Boy, "No boy, if you want to play music, I know you have your talent, but you have to know the rudiment of music, the pitch, the intonation, the duration, the dynamics, and what have you. This is what is lacking now with most of our so-called musicians.
Of this age.
I call them entertainer, like Baba Ben said. Eh, there are theories and there are practice. You have to marry the theories with the practice. If you don't know the theory, you can't be a good performer. You have to know what are the theories, what are the rudiments. And our boys or our ladies nowadays are too in a hurry. They want fame. And I tell people, fame is different from making a name for yourself.
But the fame, they can't just get the fame on their own. We help them get
They can get the fame, they can't make the name. That is the difference. You can have your fame that will soon fade away. But when you make name, it lasts long. And that is what is going to happen with the likes of Baba Victor Olaiya. They work to make name. And that is why they can impact a lot of people. We all know how many musicians, so-called musicians, have come, they sing that, blah, 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 blah. Where are they today? Because the foundation was not solid. The foundation matters, and that is why you have to go and learn how to do things. Fela Anikulapo went to UK to study medicine. At the end of the day, he changed
to music.
to music, and he went, not just gathering myself together to go to the studio. He went to learn the rhythm
Of music.
of music in a music school before even coming
Back to Nigeria.
back to Nigeria to work with the likes of Dr. Victor Olaiya. And that is what is lacking now. We are too in a hurry. This generation is too in a hurry. Even look at the film industry too. Everybody is a director today. And you don't know anything about the rudiment of directing a film. And that is why things are not well done. But like he said, I think another set of generation has realized that the likes of him and many other.
Anyway, thank you so much for that. We're going to go on a short break, and when we come back, we'll have more to say on our legend, Dr. Victor Olaiya. Stay tuned.
ọmọ ẹ̀tí ìmọ̀lálùndé. Ìmọ̀lálùndé ọmọ ayọ̀ ìmọ̀lálùndé. Balana mighty bottom belle Latin papigo. Balana mighty bottom belle knocking your back, oh alaya. Balana mighty bottom belle kissing your lips, oh. Balana mighty bottom belle kissing my lips, oh. Balana mighty bottom belle Latin papingo. Balana mighty bottom belle shaking my waist, oh. Balana mighty bottom belle shaking your lips, oh. Ibalana mighty bottom belle shaking your nose, oh. Ibalana mighty bottom belle kissing your nose, oh. Ibalana mighty bottom belle shaking your butt, oh. Ibalana mighty bottom belle kissing my lips, oh. African baby boy, oh. Ibalalunde. African titi girl, oh. Ibalalunde. African baby boy, oh. Ibalalunde. Balana mighty bottom belle, Latin papingo. Balana mighty bottom belle, kissing your nose, oh. Balana mighty bottom belle, shaking your waist, oh. Balana mighty bottom belle, kissing my lips, oh. Balana mighty bottom belle, kissing my nose, oh. Yadiba, chigiribo, yadiba, we, yadiba, chigiribo, yadiba, we, yadiba, chigiribo, yadiba, we, biye, 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 ewe, yadiba, awawa. Bosue, Babingo, Bosue, Davalaya, Bosue, Olaya, Bosue, Tadamote, Bosue, All Stars, Bosue, Owawa, Bosue, Davalaya, Bosue, Babingo, Bosue, Davalaya, Bosue, Babingo, Bosue, Tadamote, Bosue, Olaya, Bosue, Victor, Bosue, Abimbola, Bosue, All-Star, Bosue, Nasira, Bosue, good, no boy, yes sir. Fún mi Bímbọ́ kí n lè fẹ́ ọ o nínú olùsúnmọ́ mi àníṣe kò yẹ lọ máa rìn kiri àníṣe fún mi ọbẹ̀ tó gbà ládùn ìyìn olú mi ìwọ ní ṣàmàfẹ́ ìyàwó níyà ṣùgbọ́n wípé mo mọ̀. Wá mi wá fún tọ́jú, wá mi wá fún mọ́ni. Bímbọ́ gbọ́nà tó wù mí, kí ni wá ẹ o? Wá mi wá fún tọ́jú, àníṣe wá mi wá fún mọ́ni. Àní ṣe fún mi ìyìn olú, ọbẹ̀ tó gbà ládùn. Bímbọ́ mi, ìwọ ni ṣàmàfẹ́. ní ìṣá máa fẹ́. Sọ fún mi, ìyẹn olú, ọ̀gẹ̀ fẹ́ ọ́. Bímbọ́ súnmọ́ mi, àníṣe ìwọ ní ìṣá máa fẹ́. Ìyàwó níyà ṣùgbọ́n wípé mo mọ̀. Wá mi wá fún tọ́jú, Bímbọ́ wá mi wá fún mọ̀ní. Àní bọ̀nà tó wù mí kí n lè wá ẹ o. Wá mi wá fún tọ́jú, wá mi wá fún mọ̀ní. Àǹtí sọ fún mi, àní kò tún sè fún mi ọbẹ̀ tó bá ládùn. Tí a ní àníṣe ìwọ ní ìyá fẹ́.
Ọlọ́run kò dàbí ènìyàn àròní ni. Èèyàn ìbá dàbí Ọlọ́run, wọ́n ìbá pé kójò máa rọ̀ o. Wọ́n ìbá ṣayé wọ́n ṣe fẹ́. Wọ́n ìbá torí ayé kodò. Wọ́n ìbá sáfẹ́fẹ́ lọ́wọ́. Wọ́n ìbá pé òun máa rọ̀. Agbára ìbá pa wọ́n bí ọtí. Wọ́n ìbá kọjú ìjà sọ́lọ́run. Ènìyàn máa rọ́ ní pé ẹ máa wú ìyá, ẹ wú òṣì. Ẹlẹ́dàá ìgbàgbé ènìyàn, èrò rere ló ní sí wa o. Ènìyàn fẹ́ra ẹ̀wẹ̀ Ọlọ́run, á jẹ́ra ẹ̀ níyà o. Erùpẹ̀ lásán ṣáná jẹ́, irú Ọlọ́run ni ó sì o. Ayé ń retí ẹlẹ́yà o, ìrọ̀lẹ́ ní Olúwa sí o. Òjò lóṣù dẹ́dẹ́dẹ́, àwọn àmọ́.
All right, you're still on to Pensioners FM 106.7. And we are still talking about the late Victor Olaya. We're paying a tribute to him. And if you're just joining us, you can watch us live on our Facebook platform at Pensioners FM 106.7. And also, if you are going out of town right now, you can still listen to us, via our online platform, which is at liveonlineradio.net. Search for Pensioners FM 106.7. And also, we have our YouTube page and all our social media handles on the same handle name, Pensioners FM 106.7. All right, we're still on to this program then and now, and we are still talking about, the late Victor Olaya. And the phone lines are now open, so you can call in and make your contributions to the late musical icon. The phone line to call is 0908 111 1067, 0808 010 1067, and that is the phone lines to call. We are right here waiting for you. All right, now let's go back to our guests. We still have our wonderful guests in the house who have taken out their time to come and pay a tribute to the musical icon. right, we're back, and let me start by saying the musics of the 50s and the 60s, in which Victor Olaiya represents. Okay, so what are the differences that can be spotted out in the music of today with that of the ones in the 50s and 60s? Let me go to my first guest, Sir Goke Bajowa, who has also thrilled us with his wonderful performance before we just came back live.
Well, you see, for people who have the capabilities to see, to comprehend, to digest, the things that I'm going to be saying here, there are things that are very obvious, depending on the kind of mind the listener is carrying. Now, music in those olden days, the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, even into the 80s, they had contents, real contents, but poor packaging.
Poor packaging and how?
Poor packaging. I'm going to explain myself.
Okay, sir.
Now, the packaging aspect of it that was lacking, but which is available now. The packaging I'm talking about is available now, but we don't have content now. The music that we are playing here these days now, they don't have. There are a few guys who are still doing good music out there. Don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
It's not everybody.
Yes, but it's the majority.
The majority are not doing it right. But there's a way they package the poorly composed songs and the songs with very, very low quality of content around that people are responding to. There's a way you can put something that is not of good value into a very beautiful rapper and make it look like wow, But people who can decipher it when they carry it, even from the outward, they can know that this thing is they are just deceiving us. You understand? Now, how many people have that kind of mind? That's the problem. Mm-hmm. So what the youths are responding to now that you are seeing is the packaging. And what do I mean by packaging? Now, the technology that is available to us now is able to make, if you have a very coarse voice now, for instance, your voice is very horrible. You don't even know how to sing anything. You can't even sing ha. There are some magic we can perform for you
your voice
and make you sound like you're actually better than what we are hearing. So until we see you perform it live and you don't have access to all those things, that's when we know that JULIET too should be But without that, if you are just listening to CDs, and then you are just watching videos, you'll be seeing beautiful videos. You understand? We have beautiful cameras, beautiful softwares, beautiful editors around that can make your songs sound so good. Even right from the studios, your audios, they can clean up the sounds. You play distinct notes, they have machines to make them sound like they are properly tuned. You understand? Mm-hmm. So those things are actually packaged in a way that makes them look beautiful. That's what I mean by packaging.
Yes.
In those times, technology is always
we don't have those things.
We don't have all those things there. They do it raw, the way it is. It's just done the way it is. There's no room for copy and paste. No room for
when you make a mistake,
you have to start over again. Mm-hmm. You understand? Until you do it perfectly. You understand? So those things that were coming raw as they were. You understand? So the contents were there then, but not properly packaged. That's what I mean. Now, if you carry a mind that has what it takes to appreciate expressiveness, creativity, you will not be swayed by packaging. When you see something that is properly packaged, you will see beyond that package and see the content. You understand? People who are in the fields like we are now.
So just imagine that those old music are properly packaged.
You can imagine if we now begin to package those music. Let me give you an example.
Okay.
Look at the original one of Ebami Sofu Sisi Yekomailo. There is an old version of it.
Yes, there is an old version.
Different from the one Two-Face did with Babalaya.
Yes.
The new one was properly packaged. You understand?
Yes.
You hear voices that are sounding like, wow, sweet, but not really as sweet. But the machines are there now to make them sound better. And then that's why you see that one, a lot of people responded to it. Those songs have been there long before now, but few people responded to it because it wasn't properly packaged. But now that it's been packaged, that's why you see youth singing those songs around.
Okay.
Now imagine many of those old songs now.
Yes.
If you look that properly, you see that our boys are bringing those songs back now.
Yeah, I want to go there, but I also want to hear what Papa did because he's sighing and he's agitated. He wants to say something.
I might not agree totally with Goke on
that's
this
what I want
issue
to hear.
of packaging.
Okay.
What what is packaging? You want to make something attractive to people at the expense of quality. And that
Please
is
explain more.
and that is why there is this normal slang among the youth of today. Every year now packaging now. That is fake.
It's fake. That's it. That's just it. Fake.
It's fake.
Okay, packaging. Does packaging mean fake or packaging means
It does not
making
really mean
things
fake.
within
The
this
people are
context.
using
Okay, within
it
this
now.
context, it's fake.
Because the contents we're having now are not real.
And empty.
That's why it's fake.
You know, in those days of 50s, 60s, 70s, the only difference between those days and this present day is just the technology advancement. In those days, they were recording on analog.
Okay. What about the lyrics? What about the
That is where I'm coming to.
Okay.
They are recording on analog, unlike now you have digital. And I still believe there are some musicians in this country today, they will still prefer recording on analog.
Yeah, but there are some things that you can achieve with the machines of today.
Yeah.
And those analog
I
machines
concur
are-
with
But,
you. I concur
wait,
with you.
Are we totally condemning the machines of today?
Well,
Because we
I,
need
I might not go with the machines of today because it has made people to be so lazy,
so lazy. Yeah.
unproductive, not original. And that is the problem I have. As a broadcaster, if you bring your CD to me today, the first question I will ask you, Goki can testify to that. Are you sure you have a good music here? If you give me 200,000 to promote your music, if I listen to your music and I know it's nothing, I don't promote rubbish. And that is the problem we are having here. People are so lazy, anybody can go to the studio, they will invite on your voice. Whereas in those days, you have to go for voice training.
Before
Before you can say, I attempted going to into studio to record in those days, but I was told, the other day you can testify to this. I was like, Demola, you need to go for voice training. And that is why I'm just a songwriter.
Okay, that was the end of
I'm
your
not a singer.
singing career.
I'm not a musician. I can write songs. And go and look to the songs, lyrics. Do they even have lyrics? Go and listen to what they write today. They are so empty.
no content.
A song should be poetic.
Okay, like I said before, when you made mention of the content and lyrics of a song, and you said that people want fame.
Yeah, not
Yes,
name.
Not name. So, but who gives them the fame? We give them the fame.
And you people that promote them.
We give them the fame.
You-
It's not necessary. They don't just take it from thin air.
But as
We
I
give them-
said, fame is just for a moment.
Yeah, it's different.
Name lasts longer.
Yeah, the name of anybody in the creative world, anybody who does artistic things, the name there is a direct link between your name and the content
And
you
your
carry.
work.
Okay, let's move on to what you said before about musicians of today. Most of them going back to pick up the old songs.
The old songs.
Yes, in reference to our late Victor Elias collabo with Two Face in 2013, remixing the song. There are other people who have gone back to take old songs. There are so many of them. In fact, there is I think yes, this song by Stephen Osita, Osondi Owendi,
Sunday
and
Wedding.
somebody also made the song which is MC Love, and he say Osondi Owendi, and also Eddie Kwanzaa is he's a Ghanaian. He made the song Baby Answer, and also this is it Ron Town or one of the popular musicians also did the same thing using the same song, same lyrics, and also Simi.
Yes.
Yeah, Simi is one of the
Yeah.
yes. This I Masiko.
Masiko.
It's
Yeah.
not it's not an original, but she featured the man in his own song. So what can you say about the older generation and the younger generation working together to improve creativity? Are these pictures that they are doing that, or just some few people decide to that, or will it be like a continuous thing because it's happening now and more recent times than we can actually see?
I think it's a good development. It's a good development. We are all complaining about quality now. We are all complaining about substance now. I believe if we could marry the old with the young, the old can positively influence and impact on the young ones. All this remix, not all the remix that has been done are really good work.
Okay, like
I don't want to mention some.
you can give
Some.
mention some.
No, I don't want to. I'm a professional. I don't want to, because if you listen to some old songs
Yeah.
and you listen to the so-called
They're
remix,
still
the
better.
old ones were far better. I don't want to mention them, but we all know them.
Okay.
But I
You
think
tell me after the program. I don't
but
know.
I think this is a good development if the young ones are ready to learn. It's one thing to have an opportunity to learn.
Okay.
It's another thing to be ready
To learn. Okay, let me throw this last one because we're out of time, and I actually forgot about the time when I was talking. And do you think that Victor Olaya's shoes can be filled in the music industry?
Well, there is nothing impossible. It may take a bit of time. I'm not sure because I've not really seen. It's not as if we don't have people who
are talented,
who are talented enough, who are skilled enough, who are loaded enough to deliver such contents. You understand?
Would the younger generation give them
No,
space
I'm not
to
talking
do that?
about the popular ones. If I'm going to mention names now, you wouldn't even know them.
Yeah.
You understand? They are not.
That's what I'm saying. I say, would the younger generation give them space to actually, produce that kind of music again and showcase their talents?
Yes, that's where I'm going.
Yeah.
Now, it now depends on how we are able, like what Prodemola was talking about. It now depends on how we're able to merge content with modernized music now. You understand? Now, we know what the youth of today are responding to. If you are able to understand what they are responding to, and then you bring the contents of the olden days, and then merge it with, the software that we used to produce these days to bring clean sound, and like I used that word again, I say packaging. I still mean what I'm talking about. Maybe not in the real sense of it, you understand? But by now you know what I'm talking about. Using technology, to enhance voices, to enhance instrumentation. You understand? All other factors remaining the same. All these things will come out with a greater, with a greater level of output in terms of productivity and quality. That's the way it should be if it is properly done. Depends on the producers handling it this time around. But what should happen is that whatever work you bring from the olden days merged with today's equipment, should naturally give you a better output if the factors that are supposed to be there are there.
So
nothing altered.
On the question that can we also, is it possible to have another?
Yes, Victor Olaya.
We can't. Victor Olaya will always be Victor Olaya.
But nobody can fill his shoes.
Bajowa will always be Goke Bajowa. What we can have is people coming out with good quality music. But that you want to be like Boyega, like Benga Deboye sang. He said, if you want to be yourself, you have to be yourself. So don't be anybody. I don't want to be like anybody in broadcasting industry. I want to be a Demolarem. And I've tried to be like that. So I would rather want people to be original. Be yourself and give us something that we can talk about till Jesus Christ comes.
Okay, thank you very much. We are way out of time. So thank you so much, dear listener, for listening and tuning in to this particular program. Then and now, thank you for your support. And those of you that joined me on Facebook, thank you so much for watching us live. And see you next time, Monday, 11 a.m. to 12, on another exciting episode of Then and Now. And now for our late Sir Victor Olaya. We are definitely going to miss you, and a vacuum has been created in the music industry. And also, like one of my guests says, that we hope for more people who come out like you, that are original, and will inspire us too with their music. So with that, I'll say thank you to my wonderful producer, Pius Nsabe, and thank you to the crew that made today's episode possible. Thank you also to my wonderful guests for coming on this program, and I'll see you next time.
shiggy. So much of God's blessings in this world we are living that if I love to sing, she gon' need. Eshe baba, eshe baba, mi amore lo mi pe, cosa puoi eshe noni, eshe baba, eshe te non si muova, mi amore bomba, che di modo moyo, eshe baba, mi amore lo mi pe, cosa puoi eshe noni, eshe baba, eshe te non si muova. Amore bomba, che di mojo moyo. Igati moro woi, ninu ayeta wai, ishe igaro.